Imagine a pirate. What do you see? A brave fighter, maybe with a sword. Always looking for hidden treasure? Well, hold that thought. Because the real truth about pirates is much stranger and much more desperate. Their biggest enemy wasn't another ship or a king's navy. It was something you probably take for granted every single day. Clean water. That's right. The toughest, scariest people on the ocean were often just incredibly, painfully thirsty. For them, fresh water was worth more than all the gold in the world. Life on a ship in the 1700s was unbelievably hard. They had plenty of salty meat and hard biscuits that could last for months, but water, that was a whole different story. Picture this, the scorching sun of the Caribbean, and inside those big wooden barrels, the water quickly turned into a warm, green, slimy mess, full of nasty germs. A pirate needed at least a gallon of clean water every single day just to stay alive. If there were 50 people on board, that meant 50 gallons needed daily. Can you see now why water was often more precious than any treasure? When things got really bad, some pirates tried drinking seawater. This was a terrible, deadly mistake. Seawater has so much salt that it makes you even more thirsty and terribly sick. It could even kill you. Some tried mixing seawater with wine, thinking the alcohol would clean it. It didn't. It just made them feel worse and sometimes sped up their death. But then, a miracle. Rain. When the clouds finally burst, pirates became a whirlwind of activity. They'd quickly tilt their huge sails to catch every drop. They'd hold out their hats and even squeeze water from their soaking wet clothes into buckets. The whole ship turned into a giant water collecting machine. The first bit of rain was usually dirty, full of bird droppings and sea salt, so they learned to wait a few minutes for the cleaner water to come down. Every single part of the ship, from the towering sails to the wooden railings, was used to grab as much water as they possibly could. What happened when there was no rain for weeks? Pirates had to become super smart. On land, they became masters at finding water. They'd follow birds, knowing they often flew towards water. They'd look for certain plants, like ferns and vines, which meant water was nearby. They even dug holes near beaches, hoping to find groundwater that was naturally filtered by the sand. Some even followed flocks of parrots who were known to lead to secret hidden springs. These water spots were so incredibly important that pirates guarded their maps to them even more carefully than their maps to buried treasure. If all else failed, pirates had one last resort: grog. This was a drink made from rum, water, and lime. But it wasn't just for fun. The strong alcohol in the rum helped kill the germs in dirty water, and the lime was a secret weapon against scurvy, a terrible sickness. Pirates didn't understand the science, but they knew grog kept them alive. Each captain had their own special grog recipe, some adding sugar, spices, or even mint leaves. Grog also helped them control how much water everyone drank. Each person got a daily amount, so no one could drink too much too fast. Even storing water was a huge headache. Those big wooden barrels, after a few weeks at sea, would start growing all sorts of disgusting things. Some clever pirates tried burning the inside of the barrels, which created a simple charcoal filter. Others, without knowing why, dropped silver coins into the water. And silver actually helps fight germs. Some crews sealed their barrels with homemade mixes of tar, beeswax, or coconut oil. There's even a story of a captain who kept his barrel sealing recipe a total secret, refusing to tell the British Navy even after he was captured. Of course, not every idea worked out. Pirates tried wrapping barrels in wet cloth to keep them cool, but the cloth just got moldy. Others painted their barrels white to reflect the sun's heat, not realizing the paint was full of poisonous lead. Some even believed bad water was caused by evil spirits and had witches bless their barrels. Funnily enough, those blessed barrels sometimes stayed fresher, probably because the witch had secretly added charcoal when no one was looking. For cleaning water, pirates came up with simple, clever ways. They'd pour water through cloth to catch bugs and floating slime. They made small filters using layers of sand, seashells, and even crushed pearls. Some tried boiling seawater and catching the steam with cloth and squeezing it into containers. This worked, but it took a massive amount of firewood to make just a tiny bit of drinking water. And here's a really bad idea. One crew even tried filtering water through tobacco leaves. Can you imagine? It ended up tasting like a wet ashtray. Pirates also found that squeezing citrus fruits into their water helped a lot. Not just for the taste, but because the sourness killed germs. This also, by pure luck, helped them avoid scurvy. Some would just let their water sit for hours, letting all the dirty stuff sink to the bottom. They called this sleeping water and would only drink from the top. It wasn't fancy, but it was a lot better than nothing. So the next time you pour yourself a cold, clean glass of water, take a moment. Think about those pirates who had to fight for every single drop. No modern filters, no plastic bottles, no easy help. Just rain, rum, and some incredibly strange ideas. And yet they somehow managed to survive for months, even years, at sea. That's truly amazing, isn't it? Especially for a bunch of tough guys who couldn't even agree on how much grog was enough. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this and want to discover more about the world of pirates, their adventures, secrets, and stories from the high seas, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. There's plenty more treasure waiting to be uncovered.